All right, so it's National Dress Up Your Pet Day on January 14th. We want to tell you to go all out. Celebrate by dressing up your furry family member in comfortable pet clothing, maybe even get matching outfit if you want to get crazy. So if it were any normal day, people would be staring at you and at your dog as well on the streets. However, on National Dress Up Your Pet Day, matching outfits are not only accepted, but also encouraged. National Dress Up Your Pet Day was started in 2009 by celebrity pet lifestyle expert and animal behaviorist Colin Paig. It celebrates pets and helps to support the pet fashion community. The chance only comes once a year to wow the neighbors and to unleash the inner diva of your favorite push. So make sure your dog is dressed up for the occasion. This kind of thing does not happen in Nigeria. Because
I like that you're concluding your story.
because it's only when you have eat belefu that you think of. Because
we don't even have lights. You're talking about dressing your pets up. Are you for real?
No, but guess what?
Oh,
in Nigeria, people, you know, pet outfits are quite expensive.
Yeah.
Do you know the way you have Gucci, Louis Vuitton, in this, you have it in pet outfits?
They have for animals as well.
It's the person that has eat and belefu.
Without problems in life.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. We don't have that pet culture in Nigeria. Just very few people that do it.
We've not evolved to the space of consciousness where we can take upon other non-human entities.
No, but I think we can, because I love plants. I'm a lover of plants, and I take care of
How
my
many
plants.
of you? How many of you, please?
No, we're many. I'm telling you, we have a community.
There's a community, and you understand.
These pets, these pet dressers.
They have a
also
community
have
as well.
community.
And I love
Honestly.
pets. I actually love dogs, but like I'm gonna get up and dress up like my pet? Maybe not.
No, so the thing is,
just, it's just too much to ask.
I watch, because I am a lover of cats and dogs. Yeah. So I watch loads. In fact, I don't think, maybe Instagram knows that I love them, because most of the time when I'm spending my time on Instagram, I just watch videos of dogs and cats.
Because you watch them, so they bring you the feed.
All
The algorithm
time. So
brings you that content.
I mean, so I see very beautiful houses for them, their beds.
Oh,
you know.
I'm surprised you're saying this as an Edo girl.
Well,
let me say, Edo girl.
Me and my mother fought on this cat
What
matter.
cats?
They don't like cats.
Yes, they
It's
don't.
against your culture.
No, they believe they are witches. But,
Oh, okay.
But you know, me and my mom actually fought on this cat matter, but I won the battle.
You did?
And she eventually gave
How
me
many
my
cats
cat.
do you have?
So the thing is, what then happened was, she's going to kill me for this. So I had a cat. I love that cat. In fact, that cat, when you're trying to transport them from one location, the location was worlds apart.
They will go back.
When she got me the second cat, the same color, the same everything, the bond wasn't there. So.
Oh, sad.
Because that cat, I actually nursed that cat. At some point, my dogs attacked the cat. So the legs broke.
Oh.
So I actually nursed it. I put it in a carton, put on the lantern to keep it warm. You know, because it was raining season. I nursed, I took toothpicks.
I'm sure you were jobless at the time.
I was in school. I was not jobless. I was schooling.
That's why.
I used toothpicks to like do normal, the way the orthopedic doctor would set the leg. I did all that. I didn't take the cat to any vet.
You couldn't have.
That was how much.
No, I feel
the love was. I would pray for the cat every morning. Get well, get well. I'll buy fish, give them milk. You know, my mama now carry
So
it.
where are your cat now? We're talking about school time
so the
now.
challenge now is I'm busy. So and if I
them.
cannot give them because I actually want to give them that love and attention. If I cannot give them, then there's no point. When I am now getting older, I will resume. I will be the cat lady. On that note, let us move on. So dress up your cat if you have one and take pictures, post on social media. All right, so Manny, what did you find for us in the news today? Hey, we took out of our time.
Okay,
You were giving us the cat gist.
Fatal auto crash kills 8, injures 4 in Bauchi. So read, another fatal crash crash, which occurred on Thursday, that's yesterday, at Caffeine along Bauchi Kano Road, claimed 8 lives and injured 4 of them, so says Punch. So this is coming barely 11 hours after 7 people were killed and 2 sustained varying degrees of injuries in another fatal crash along Bauchi Road.
Wow.
So, you know, when you look at these kind of things, yes, the reason for the cause of this accident was the speed violation of one driver, and then he went and crashed into another one that was on the road that was being repaired along the road. So when you look at this, you see that we have really serious issues here. And that's why people say that we don't care about lives in Nigeria, because you see that 11 hours prior to this,
There was a major crash.
do you understand? And 7 people were killed. And now 11 hours after, we're losing about 8 people again. Why?
I know the funny thing, I've driven on that Bauchi road, at least
Bauchi Jos Road.
Jos Road for,
Yeah.
you know, some time. Those roads are good.
Really?
Yes.
And I was going to talk about potholes and all, so it's not that road.
Except maybe now, correct me, but the time I went to Vicar, my mother-in-law lives in Bauchi, the roads are good though. So you will actually see the cases of speeding. And again, some of those roads, the way it's you know, those kind of roads that have mountains and all of that, and a lot of sharp bends.
Yeah.
So those drivers are actually sometimes very reckless.
So they have to enforce the speed
Yes.
limit rules, and
And
then
all
the
of
use
that.
of those road signs.
Yes.
They have to.
They
because-
have, I think they do have all of them. You
but
know,
do they use them? Do they
the
enforce them?
madness, you know.
You know,
It's very
sad.
sad.
So
it's
So
very,
sad.
very sad.
Hi, Milola.
What do I have? I have my new path has taken me to be more interested in females in politics, and as such, I have a new lady declaring to run for president.
I
And that's in the
love it.
person of Khadija Okuno. She's made her interest known to run in the presidential race come 2023. Very interesting, very bold move, I would say. Khadija Okuno Lamidi, daughter of former Federal Works Commissioner Femi Okuno, has declared her interest in the 2023 presidential race. Speaking of why she's running, Okuno Lamidi said, "I am running for the office of president because I believe Nigeria can harness its potential to be the nation of our dream. We can move from a third world country into a developed nation with innovation and technology. I believe in the possibilities Nigerian holds. That is why I have taken this first step. Not because there are no fears, but the will to bring about the Nigerian we all wish, hope, and believe we can make a reality together." Very bold move, I would say. And I want to say, well done, Khadija. We celebrate you as a woman, and we say, keep up the good work.
Way to go, Khadija.
Way to go. We can't wait. We've reached out to her campaign
We'll also
team.
have you on the show
Absolutely,
and
because
hear
we have loads of
your
questions.
plan and
We have
your
loads of
Can
questions.
imagine.
Because it's not
stories.
just enough to say, okay, a woman is running. We want to also know that you are prepared for what you're running for, and you know what it takes to run for the office.
And
you
then
know.
let us know
See,
how we
I
can
want to
support
believe
you.
that a lot of the time we assume that people need to be prepared. Sometimes you journey along.
No,
and
Milola, I'm not saying that no, you are prepared. Compared to her,
you do not know that.
no, hold on. Hold
Because
on.
she's
does
running for
not-
the office of
No,
president.
she does not have, first of all, she does not have a political party. You can't say you want to run. In Nigeria today, is there any room
No,
for
you know,
independent
most
candidates?
of the time they wait for a while before
For
they
the now
declare
to
their
choose.
parties.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very strategic.
That's why I
move.
said we should wait to
Yeah,
understand what
it's
her
a very
strategy as to
strategic
why
move.
she's
I
not
like that.
affiliated herself with any party.
Yeah.
She must have some ace to the card. Let's
Okay, what's it about? Filmmaker Mo Abudu and the founder of Ebony Live TV acknowledged, I saw a very welcoming video. That was the first thing I saw on Instagram this morning, a video where she acknowledged the disappointment that fans and critics, you know, had over the newly produced movie Chief Daddy 2. She said that Mo told those who panned the film that their voices have been heard, adding that she is open to constructive criticism for the team to continuously improve on the quality of the movie's release. In that place, there was a subtle warning that all you,
We're gonna block you.
all you insulters of the
of my movie, my best effort.
It's not even that. She said all those who that are insulting her and her team members, they will block you.
We're gonna block you.
It's a year for blocking, you know.
Does
Block
blocking
your
stop
block.
people from talking?
Well, on her platform, it will stop them.
Yeah,
but they can
so,
go talk somewhere else.
They can go talk
They
somewhere
will still
else,
follow
but
the bloggers, the gossip site, and still give their opinion and still continue with the
Yeah.
shading.
Yeah, but
So
she's not seeing it. She's not hearing it. She has the right to choose what
Choose
she wants
what
to
comes
see.
Yeah,
of
so
it.
what she's saying
Yeah.
is, while she welcomes that constructive criticism, that it is not proper for you to use insultive words, and all of
Nigerians are
that.
full of that on
Yeah.
social media.
So please, she does
There is
not. She
need to
does.
censor the way
Well,
they
so she does not
comment,
need. She
really.
doesn't want to get to that point where she has to like restrict your this thing, because she would love for everybody to see it. So she don't want to say if you talk anyhow, they block
You
you.
will see anyhow.
But that's it on a lighter note.
anyhow,
But the thing is, I haven't really watched that film, so I'm going to
watched
keep my opinions to myself. Yeah, because even it took me a while to sit down to watch the part 1, and when I watched it, I wasn't
Very impressed.
You
I
were
wasn't
not
impressed
impressed.
with
Okay.
the movie. That particular storyline, the script was shitty. That's
Yeah.
Another line.
I think it's just packed with celebrity, and that
That's
doesn't
the
make
thing. There's
it
a lot of
good movie.
overcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, well, maybe because of my own makeup, I believe that there are so many things so many beautiful stories in Nigeria that we can use our platforms, especially with movies,
promote,
to
yeah.
promote. So I
I think
suppose
so.
just scripting, for me, the storyline. So that's why the part 2 I wasn't even...
I actually watched the part 2, but I watched it I think it's a 2-hour movie. I watched it in 5 minutes.
Ew,
So I
always
just
was.
fast forwarding. Yes.
You were waiting to see what's
Yeah,
going to
because
happen.
there was nothing.
There was nothing else to
nothing
happen.
going on. So I was like, I'm not going to do this.
Sha, don't get blocked.
Sha, don't go and
Whatever.
insult Santimo.
All right, so thank you. We'll see you guys after the break as we discuss excellence. This is even part of it, sir. Deliver excellent quality.
Thank
We'll be
you.
right back.
Yeah.
It is engagement we need to have.
Those who suffer miscarriages are never taken into account.
Members of the National Assembly are also influence peddlers.
You are sitting on Nigerians' money.
From the barbing, I pay my rent. On the barbing, I send my children to school.
A consultative engagement.
No any tangible notification before they ban us.
It's one thing for people to be at your back and the heat of the moment, and another thing for them to still be with you when push comes to shove.
I will do everything to take Lagos out of the national grid.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
A 500 naira they collect am. If you no talk, dem go beat you. Na 2,500 they pay.
Thanks for staying with us now. Nigeria's manufacturing sector has a huge potential to grow and compete with many of its counterparts in most emerging and advanced economies. The sector is made up of 77 various subsectors, industries from automobile to food down to plastics. The list is endless. These are ordinarily expected to boost economic growth by harnessing the country's vast array of land and mineral resources. But despite being exposed to a market with a population of over 200 million people, the biggest in the continent, the Nigerian manufacturing sector is yet to reap the benefit of a large market, and it's growing only at an average of 2% annually. Players in the industry are faced with high cost of production and a harsh operating environment, but also the high appetite by Nigerians for foreign-made products, who generally distrust the quality of Nigerian-made products. But is excellent quality possible? That's the question for tonight. Is it possible for us to have excellent quality made in Nigeria products? Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. So in case you do not know, every time you see Milola online, offline, interline, every line, she has never, ever put on an outfit that she did not make herself.
That's correct.
So you are one person. Clothing and all.
Quite fast. I do not think a lot of Nigerians do not buy made in Nigeria. I actually think they consume a lot of our products in terms of the clothing line sector. I don't know.
Fashion, yes.
Yes, in the fashion space, Nigerians are consuming Nigerians huge. And when I see some of the work done by other Nigerians, I'm inspired, I'm challenged to really stretch my mind. And it's not just about the beautiful stuff. It's about the finishing of the garment. You know, I want to be able to flip my garment inside and compare it to something I'll buy from a top brand outside of this country. And that's really, for me, the main thing. And trust me, Nigerians are consuming Nigerians. I do not think that I've gone to events, maybe you go to all these red carpet events, most of the brands that people are wearing are actually made in Nigerian products. So for me, we've really been able to demonstrate that we are good in terms of excellence. But what you should ask me, and what's my major concern, is how do we sustain that excellence? It's a major, major concern.
Yeah, well, it's good we have a guest with us. But I was going to say to you, Milola, that is finished product sewing. What about the fabric? People would rather go and get imported fabrics because they believe that the locally made fabrics do not sew. For instance, now,
quality.
Yeah, my sister, you can't sew cloth tomorrow and you do like this and the thing follow your hand. You know.
When it comes to the fabric, the raw material, it's
still a big challenge.
Yes, you have to source most of the products
abroad.
Outside.
Okay.
Yes.
Manny, let me come to you.
Yes.
What's your take? Do you do more Nigerian or you do more?
Okay, a few years ago, I didn't even do Nigerian at all because, you know, there's this issue with tailors and wahala. So I didn't even try. You try one, then you just say, you know what, I give up. But like Milola said, they have improved over time. So much so that now I can say, like, maybe not half, but like a quarter of my wardrobe is actually.
So let's not focus on clothes.
Okay.
So for instance, your furniture.
Whoa, furniture. I think they're doing a very good work. That space, that industry, they're doing very well in furniture. So I actually make furniture myself.
Yeah. You did not tell me that. So importer, exporter.
So now you're hearing. So I told you I have a lot of sides. So one of my sides is interior design. I'm an interior decorator, designer. Yeah. So I make my own furniture. So because of my taste for very good stuff. So my standard is very high. So now I see I go to places, I go to offices, and then I see Nigerian-made chairs. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah,
Nigeria.
Really
you enter very big shopping malls, and you see furniture made in Nigeria, and you are wowed. You know, so I think we are actually beginning to take our space, you understand, in this industry. So, yeah. Awesome. And then when you look at Nigerian music as well, we're trying, we're going places.
That one I mean, the airplane now, if you play foreign music, we'll just be waiting.
It's like, what are you doing?
What they do is that they play like 10 Nigerian music.
Then they just sneak one in.
You know, let me bring in our guest. Joan Umbogu is the founder and CEO of Joan Woods Creation Limited, a furniture producing company that creates unique bespoke furniture products, accents, elegant decorations for homes and offices with a perfect balance of form and function for individuals and corporate clients in Nigeria. Joan, who received her Bachelor of Chemical Engineering from Anambra State University, transitioned to becoming an entrepreneur and has obtained certificates for basic leadership, entrepreneurial leadership, certificate in fundamentals of starting and running a business, certificate in management strategies for people and resources, certificate in design-driven entrepreneur, certificate in servant leadership, and certificate in strategies for personal and growth development as well. And she's joined us to give us another certificate this evening. Certificate in speaking. Thank you so much, Joan, for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
So it's actually quite interesting when you hear, I just saw you smiling when they were talking and you're nodding your head that yeah, we're there, yeah. You know. So before we come into your particular field, which is, what's it called, the furniture industry and all of that. First of all, how well are we doing in terms of quality for made in Nigerian products? How well are we doing?
Okay, so thank you so much for having me. I think we're doing pretty great, like the other two people have spoken. So we have transitioned over the years, especially for the made in Nigeria products. People have taken time to invest on what it takes to get this product to the international standard, right? So people are beginning to see that, okay, like she said, she's walked into stores and she's amazed at what she's seen. People are taking deliberate effort to see that, okay, it's high time, we don't have to import, we don't have to go for the international thing. We have these things locally. Let's explore. What do we need? I think the first thing is identify what do you need to meet to that standard and going for it.
You know, it's actually interesting because let me bring one basic thing that I think we've not gotten right. Tissue paper. Oh my.
We haven't gotten it.
Oh my God.
I wish I can import every other tissue.
I don't actually
have you
with that.
Yeah.
Do you use Bell?
It's not as great, trust me. You can't compare it with what you buy outside of this country. Yeah. Forget it. Even,
you know,
that's the best of them.
I know, but you know, they are making these things for a particular niche. So
the reason I actually brought it down to tissue paper, because I have seen people that import that thing in containers.
Yes.
Because they tell you that the quality, the harshness.
How much is the tissue that they import?
It's more expensive.
Everybody must have tried doing the high quality stuff.
I don't agree.
And they are not getting.
Nigerians love to buy stuff. Trust me, you put anything on the Nigerian market and it's good, they would make a class out of it. They would even make it look like
a class thing.
Do you understand? Trust me, there is nothing Nigerians don't consume.
You are talking about the class thing because you're talking about the people that can afford it. For the people that cannot afford it, there's no class thing.
Even in this
they are
country,
looking for what they can buy.
Do you know the cost of
the shelf?
Do you know the cost of the tissue we're comparing here in the market where they sell them is actually rock bottom prices? It's because we compare with our own currency that it looks like a premium product. So we're looking at the unit cost of that particular commodity.
Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. So
it's
if
nothing
we had to
that is supposed to be expensive.
Manufacture the quality she's talking about, it'll be very pricey. I tell you the truth.
So maybe, like you said, like
I think
the
it's
bill,
a price thing.
Yeah, it's a price thing too.
So let's come back to your industry.
No,
because it's a big issue. Because you see, this is I just wanted us. Yeah, I wanted to throw that in so that we just have an idea that sometimes. Yes, people would say, you know what, I would rather do something, you know, but some other people have gotten it right, honestly, and we must give it to you. Like, I mean, Manny said, when it comes to furniture, you go to some spaces now and you'll be wowed. Like, Nigeria and I do this thing. Is this us? This was something that I know people that used to import kitchens from China. Yeah. So they send dimensions to the Chinese company building the kitchen, so they will now ship the in parts. Then you come and assemble here. So how come that is changing? What are we getting right in your industry?
Okay, so in my few years of being in the industry, we've been able to identify some of this. Like I said, you have to look at what would it take. So for me, I'm looking at 3 things that we have looked at and said, okay, these are the things that we need to do. So one of it is the people. So you need skilled people to be able to do a very good job, to be able to do a well-finished job. Second of it is raw materials. What kind of raw materials do you use? How much attention do these manufacturers pay into getting the actual and the right raw materials? And the third one is a tool. So you need equipment to be able to do very high quality, exactly, cutting edge design. So if you're able, these are the three things that we have been able to identify over the years,
But
and we've tried. Okay, which is?
Quality control.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, thank you. Yes,
major.
yes, thank you. Quality control, because it's one thing to, you know, do a product and
who checks it?
Who checks it? Thank you. In fact, very, very correct. So oftentimes I've had projects that I've delivered, and maybe for some reason I'm not at that time, or maybe the quality person is not on site to check, and you find out that the feedback, the client like, okay, this thing is not the same color, or it wasn't how we talked about it from the onset. So that's where the quality thing comes in. Yeah. So maybe, thank you, that's the fourth thing. So the people doing the job, the raw materials, the equipment you're using to get in those products, and quality control checks. So we've never tried.
Okay, so let me let them in, because me, I have many questions.
Yeah, so for me, you know why quality control is a biggie? I had I'd ordered for some dining sets, and then they brought the chairs many years ago, and then they brought the chairs, and dining chairs like this, and somewhere this height, somewhere this height, somewhere.
Not the same.
So that was what made me even go into it, like, see, I can do better. What do we have to put in place? Who is checking this? Because these are artisans.
Exactly.
And you know that when you are dealing with artisans,
you don't expect quality.
No, you don't. So someone has to be checking them and telling them, no, do it like this. Don't know when you're making it, don't dirty
the entire
How do we
process.
do it? Yes, don't take furniture to your clients dirty.
So
who's checking it?
Yeah, so that's a huge one. Yeah, that's a big one.
For me, the challenge as to why it looks as if we do not have excellence as a culture is not just because of the drivers of the business. It's largely because of the workers.
I agree.
That is where also it goes back to the part of quality control. Yeah. The visionary and the CEO or the creative director of that brand can really be passionate to want to deliver top-notch quality. But when it comes to how much of this work can you do yourself?
Sure.
You know, there's sometimes I have to not produce some garments because I'm not there to drive the production, even though I have a production manager. Even though I've put people in place, you put structure, when you talk about structure, you put structure in place, but then just know that some styles cannot just be produced without your eyes and your brain being there. If you ever try to allow them to do it, you find a totally different thing from what you would have produced by just supervising the process. So it goes down to say that the major challenge why it looks like Nigerians do not have that excellence in culture is because that skill that is predominant in entrepreneurs is not available in all Nigerians. We are very quick to looking for the easy way out. We're very quick to looking at the profit. We don't derive a lot of satisfaction from just doing a good job. The way I enjoy seeing my garment is just sometimes when I just create a design, isn't in my mind. By the time I just see the finished work, I'm like, damn.
So you like
that in itself.
You like the way Uwa is looking, right?
Even I can see a lot of errors. Even when people say, oh, it is beautiful, really? I'll be looking at it, I was like, I already know what I'm looking for, and I know what to check and what to fix next. I don't let people tell me, why didn't you do this before I even take, because I have a perfectionist sense of style. So the challenge for me, why it looks as if we have not really moved as fast as we should have or we could have, despite the fact that we have a lot of thriving entrepreneurs, it's because you cannot pass down this excellence as a culture that is innate in entrepreneurs to many of the followers and the staff. And that is a major, major concern that affects scaling in business.
I'm going to ask Joan a few questions, but I'd like for us to go on a very short break because there were some things you guys mentioned. I mean, you mentioned the 4 things. One of it was materials. And I know that in the furniture business, for instance, hinges, all those things. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Now, if you just tuned in, we're having an amazing chat on Buy Nigeria, right? So is excellent quality possible? That's the question. So please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-8663. So talking excellence, right? Is it possible for us to truly achieve excellence when the manufacturers so for instance now, the people that are manufacturing hinges, manufacturing tiles, manufacturing this that would eventually give the overall finished look, the excellence that it requires. If we are having problem from sourcing raw materials, how does this trickle down?
So for the raw materials, like I said, you, as the visionaire or the CEO, you need to pay attention. Like I personally, although even though it's not part of my core day-to-day, but I intentionally, deliberately want to take part in procurement of raw material because I want to see that, okay, they are getting the right specification, the right materials, the quality, like this hinges thing you mentioned. Yes, it's not in our power because the truth is that those things actually are imported. But you can see the data sheet, some of these specifications. So you're able to see which one is anti-rust, which one is not anti-rust. You don't just go and buy any hinges in the market. Do you understand? So you ask, you ask for those information.
So example, let's stay on the hinges. These hinges, do you say, oh, because I know there are local companies that are producing things like that locally, and there are those that are imported. So you as a manufacturer of furniture, do you look out for instance, the wood that is imported, the whatever, or you source locally?
So there are, let me say about these hotels.